I can pronounce it as Mary. All right. So glad to have each and every one of you once again. It's been very long. I spoke with us this way. So I'm very, very excited that we are here this evening. And I hope you are good as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome once again. Beautiful. Timarida said good. I'm glad you're back. Cool and interesting. Beautiful. Good. Here is Prosper Timarida. Is Prosper in the house? Okay. Welcome, everyone. So today is meant to be your last session for the AI and robotics track. Today is meant to be your last session, actually. All right. So, but before then, he will come in later. I was thinking he's going to come first before I come in, but that's entirely fine. So what will happen now? So Mr. Hilary, you just take notes. Once I'm done with the project brief, then you can turn off the recording so that it will be a separate video on its own, so they can watch it much later. A thumbs up if you're with me, sir. A thumbs up if you're with me, sir. Or Ikeju, can you, Mr. Hilary? All right, thank you. Okay, so welcome, welcome everyone. So I want to hear from just two persons, just to I will just describe what the journey have been like so far since I left you, and it's been very long. I left, so I need someone to just tell me something. What have I been missing all this while? Do I have anybody that wants to tell me something that I should know that has been happening? Okay, let me pick and see. Who? Just type on the chat and I'll pick you. Anybody? We are sharing a device. Okay, that's fine now, Chimarida. Prosper, thumbs up, bro. Yeah. Anybody that wants to share something with me? Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. If you can still hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so anybody, okay, I'm unable to talk, but it's very interesting and fun. Okay, Jane, number one, I'll call you up to the stage now. Jane, number one, who am I picking as number two? Jane, number one, I need a guy now. I need one guy that will say something now. Okay, is that Joshua? Okay, so let's go. I'm unable to speak. Okay, so I will call you up now. So Jen, you go first. Then Joshua, you will go second. Since nobody wants to talk, but it's fine. Oh, loud background. Okay. It's really interesting and fun. Oh, beautiful. I love that. So Jane, I'm handing over to you now. Where is Jane? Okay, that's co-host. Yeah, Jane, I think your mic should be on now. I'm in a crowded area, Lade. Okay, you could just type on the chat, Lade. Hope it's going well. I can't do it as a loud background. I can. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, Joshua, over to you now. Just a few minutes, then we'll proceed, please. Joshua. Okay. Joshua, I'm not the meeting host.
Really, I enjoy the track. For you, I would thank you, sir. I enjoyed it. It was glad to see you.
All right, bro.
And because today's the last design track, I love designing, but
Okay.
today.
Yeah, that's fine, Joshua. All right. So now, welcome once again, guys. So today we'll look at the project brief. Okay, let's look at what we'll be working on. So pay rapt attention now before your instructor comes up. Mr. Miracle, before he comes up. So please pay rapt attention to your project brief. All right. So this is the project you'll be working on. All right. So please open your mind, open your eyes, ask questions when necessary. It's very, very important. Okay. So I'll share my screen shortly and then we'll take flight from there. Meanwhile, I want to commend each and every one of you. All of you have been like the way you guys have been comporting yourself. It's quite amazing. Can you just clap for yourselves, please? Just say thumbs up anyhow you want to do it. But I think it's a good one. Yeah, well done, guys. Well done, guys. Well done. Uh, I want to I want to remove something. I don't know why it is doing that way. Um, okay, if I share my screen, let me know whether you can see very well. Once I share my screen, please do let me know whether you could see very well. If you can't, let me know. Then I'll find a way around it. Can you see my screen? Is it clear? Is it clear enough? Very clear, right? Beautiful. Thank you. So you have this, yeah, good. You have the Sismo STEM Experience 2026, and that's the Sismo Sustainability Innovation Challenge, and that's your final project. So the big question here is, how can you use STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, creativity, to help create a more sustainable future? So you've understood the problem through the green track and the mathematics track. We have to build something along what you've learned so far. Then look at the challenge you have now. So follow me. This is the challenge. Over the past few weeks, you've actually explored some of the biggest sustainability challenges facing our world. All right. So you've actually learned about our environment, right, through the green innovation track, climate change, waste, recycling, renewable energy, circular economy, and sustainable communities. These are things you've learned um, during the first week of the program. So what do I want you to do now? It is a time for you to choose a particular problem. Choose a sustainability problem that you care about. I repeat, choose a sustainability problem that you care about. All right. Investigate it. Then you use what you've learned to create a solution. You've learned the design through the design track. You've learned a lot of things right here. The web development track, you've learned a lot. The AI and robotics track, you've learned a lot as well. The instructors have done an amazing job, and they are still doing an amazing job throughout the STEM experience. Even to by the ending of this week, you still wrap up some of the projects you started with. So think about a problem, choose a particular problem you want to work on. So you choose the problem, you choose your idea, you choose how you will solve it. I think I said this from the very beginning, all right, about the product you have to create and the rest of them. So I told you, and I believe by now you should be thinking about something. So what matters most? Your solution can be simple or ambitious. It's not a problem. Just the basic things I will want you to choose a particular problem, a specific problem you want to work on. All right. So what matters is that choose a problem you understand. Don't choose something that you don't understand. Choose a problem you care about, because when you care about something, you could now develop a solution that you're passionate about. So ensure that you understand the problem, think for yourself, and build something with purpose. Don't just build anyhow thing. Just think about whatever thing you want to solve based on all the problems you've looked at through the green innovation track. Now, when you choose a problem, all right, it could be waste management and recycling, it could be plastic pollution, it could be climate change and climate action, it could be renewable and clean energy, it could be energy conservation, water conservation, circular economy, sustainable cities, environmental education, awareness, pollution, anything at all spoken about through the green innovation track is entirely fine. So pick a problem you are passionate about, choose a particular problem, and then you create a solution. Now, I said something here, please choose with purpose. Don't choose because it sounds impressive. So choose something you genuinely want to do, right? All of this project will still stay there even after now. You can always remember that during the STEM experience, I created so and so thing. Be intentional about it. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You don't know where you'll be called upon tomorrow, and then you have something to present that this is something that you did sometime 2026, and it's going to be documented. All right. So the step two here, you're going to investigate that particular problem. So before building anything, you have to be a researcher. We've taught you how to research already. You should be able to actually answer what exactly is the problem, right? Who or what does it affect? Where does this thing happen, right? Why does this problem matter? What data can you find about this? Mr. Hillary was making emphasis on don't just take any data you see from AI. You have to be sure that that data is real and you can actually quote the source of the data. All right. So what solutions already exist? So what could be done differently or better? What can we do differently or what can we do better? All right. So record the resources and all the facts you could always remember. All right. So and then create your solution. After discovering the problem, you investigate that problem and then you create your solution. Now decide what you want to do about the problem. All right. So you have different tools already. For those of you in the design track and different tracks you are, and I forgot even that some people are not here. So the recordings is going to help them to do that. All right. So any track, for some of you that are doing the whole specialization track, you could put everything together. Feel free to just create, right? We are not trying to fix your mind into a particular thing. Explore. You can decide to merge both the AI and robotics track, the design track, the web development track. You can decide to merge everything, or you can pick just one track you want to apply what you learn. So feel free to do that. Okay. All right. So you have technology and web development. Anything you want to build along that line is entirely fine. We have design, media, and communication is entirely fine. Anything you want to build based on your solution is fine as well. The AI and virtual robotics is entirely fine as well. I said something here that you can combine your skills, all right? Because problem, they don't come labeled as, okay, this problem is web development, this one is green innovation track, and the rest of it. So please, you can combine the skills. So feel free to combine them, all right? So you build, you test, you ask questions, find what doesn't work, and then improve it. All right. So you can also use AI. You can use your AI like Mr. Hilary have shown you and Mr. Miracle. Go ahead. It can assist you in brainstorming. It can help you in writing, in designing when appropriate, but ensure you do the final judgment by taking whatever thing you have. All right. So now the next step, which is your step 5, think about the impact. Don't just create anyhow project. So imagine your project now is actually used in real world. You ask yourself, what could change because of this my solution? All right. Who can benefit from this particular solution? All right. How do I know whether it is even working? So think about something that I can actually measure. Impact is very, very important. Even for us that are doing this particular project, we have to account for how many students actually learn something from this STEM experience. So you have to measure the impact. So ask yourself, what will be the impact of this? Very, very important. The amount of waste saved, energy, a lot of things it could be. All right. So this is where the mathematics you learned before. That's where it comes into play. All right. Use evidence, measure it, check what people will gain from using that particular product or that solution. Anything you developed at all, whether be it you design the kind of thing Mr. Eli designed the last time, that's a sustainable city, or that assignment he gave you guys, you want to build on that particular assignment of different solar homes, anything you want to do particularly, just go ahead and do that. But ensure that in your final presentation, because all of you will defend the project, your instructors are going to be available, the design, media, communication track, Mr. Hillary is going to be there. For those in the AI and robotics track, Mr. Miracle will be there. For those of you doing the web development, Mr. Chudibema is going to be there. Myself will be there as well for the green innovation and mathematics track. So they will be right there asking you questions while you are presenting your project. So please, you will tell us the problem. These are the things we are looking at during your presentation. What is the problem? We want to know if you actually understood the problem you chose. So what is the problem? All right, the people who are affected by that particular problem. So the problem, the people affected, the evidence. What is the data that you have that actually shows that people are having this problem? What's the data you have regarding that? We'll look at the idea, right? What solution did you come up with? You have chose a problem. You actually talked about those is affecting. You actually give us more like a data of, yeah, this is happening so and so place. And then you now tell me or tell us the ideas. What kind of solution did you come up with? All right, what's the idea? Then you show us what you built. So the idea behind the solution, and then what you produce, the design you make, anything you built at all, you now show us. And then how did you make the decisions? We want to see the thinking behind it. Very important. Okay. And then we want to see the impact. So what difference would your solution actually make? And how would that difference be measured? How do we measure the difference? What is the impact that will be made? Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Hilary. The document will be uploaded. I will send the document to you. Thank you so much. All right. So then the reflection. The reflection, right? You ask yourself, what did I learn? All right, I'm going to ask you that question, Mr. Hilary. We're going to ask you, what did you learn? What was difficult at some point? So just feel free. We're not doing that to actually how will I put it now, to put you under pressure. No, we want you to just tell us, be free with us. What happened during the project? What was difficult? What did not work initially? Was it something you did that didn't work? We want to hear all of those stories, and we're going to document that story for you, right? So that years from now, you still get to see some of the things you actually did. Now, how do we evaluate the project? Very important. Please pay rapt attention. This is how we grade the project. Okay. So the problem understanding. Do you actually understand the problem you are solving? Do you have a complete understanding about it? That is why we started with the green innovation track and the mathematics track to give you the foundation and to review the problems to you. All right. So you have to tell us if you actually understood the problem. That's 15 marks. The research and evidence, we want to see the data you have. Do you actually investigate or are you guessing? We want to see the data, we want to see what you investigated to show that indeed people are encountering this kind of problem. Okay, then we want to see the creativity. Let's see what you created. We want to see the creativity. And then the next criteria is your application of technology, the different tracks you learn. How much can you demonstrate of what you learned from that track? How much could we actually see? How much of the skills was actually applied in that particular project? That is 15 marks. Then the solution you are coming up with, we have to measure it. The problem you talked about and the solution you came up with, we have to measure how practical is that particular solution. All right. I want to give case scenarios. All right. So you cannot tell me that if I start giving that case scenarios, I don't want to give experts of persons now. So, but understand, I'm going to ask you, okay, you want to solve problem A, then you now said that what we can do is to do so and so thing. I will ask you, that thing you said we should do, is it actually solving that problem? So we have to check how practical your solution is. That is 10 marks. Then we'll look at the impact. Can you actually explain how the change can be measured? Can you actually explain to us how we can actually know that, oh, this my solution is going to create an impact? Let me use this STEM experience as an example now, this STEM experience. So if we want to pitch the STEM experience to a partner that wants to sponsor this program, we have to tell the person the problem we saw, right? What was the problem we saw? That young people are growing up, they are constantly teaching them AI, teaching them a lot of things, digital skills here and there, but nobody's talking about some of the challenges that are happening now. These are problems that we inherit, but nobody talks about it. So we want to ensure that young people can now use those skills they are learning to now solve environmental problems and make the world a better place. So that's a problem. What is the research and evidence? Even from this call, we can talk about places, but I don't even know some of the things we learned here from the STEM experience. Then the creativity is the different tracks we created and linking it back to the green innovation track and the mathematics track. That's the creativity right here for our own project. So start thinking about that as well. Then we apply technology. The classes are delivered online. You have your dashboard and the rest of it. So how practical is the solution? Yes, you could see what we're doing, linking both the tracks together to the technology track and every other thing you've been doing so far. So think that way. What is the impact? Can we measure the impact of what have been done? The communication, very important. 10 marks. Can you explain your project? You can actually have a very wonderful problem understanding, very amazing research, very beautiful creativity, but then you cannot communicate it. You cannot tell me what you did. All right. So very, very important. If it means doing rehearsals, you practice and rehearse, face the mirror, look at the mirror, and then pitch the whole ideas to yourself or to your siblings. That's also entirely fine. Then ownership, right? Are you actually the one that did the work? From the questions we're going to ask you, know whether you did that. Mr. Hillary will be there, Mr. Miracle, they will ask you questions to know if you actually carried out the project yourself. All right. So the most important rule, we're not looking for the most complicated project. We don't need something so complex. So just a simple solution that you researched, understood, and then created can be stronger than doing something very big. Just any little solution, but you can talk about it, explain it, create something around it is entirely fine. So just think about it, and that will really be a very good one. Then we'll have the top 3 innovations from the project. After the project defense, we're going to select the top three innovations. All right. So for the Sismo Sustainability Innovation Challenge 2026, we're going to pick the top 3 innovations, and it's going to be featured on the website, right? For students that will be going through the site, people moving through, are going to see the top 3 innovations we have for the Sismo STEM Experience 2026. So we'll pick the top 3. That doesn't mean that others didn't do well, but we'll pick the top 3 projects and then that becomes the top three innovation for the Sismo Sustainability Innovation Challenge 2026. And I believe that all of you, even if we have 5 people, or even we have a tile of maybe more than 7 students becoming the top three, that's entirely fine. That's the kind of thing that we want actually. So at the conclusion of the project events, the 3 highest performing innovations will be selected as the top 3 innovations of the Sismo Sustainability Innovation Challenge 2026. I'm excited because I know the kind of things you guys are cooking, right? Are you guys cooking? Are you guys cooking? Is someone cooking? Are you guys cooking? Great, you guys are cooking, right? Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, guys. I'm looking forward to that very day. All right. So the project will be actually ranked using 100-mark assessment rubric. I've actually showed you how we're going to mark it. All right. We'll consider different areas. There are about 8 arms with different marks. So it's very, very important to prepare based on the marks. All right. So if I'm the one to do this, I will pay attention to some of these key things. Very, very important. Yeah. Towards the end, you ask your questions. All right. So we'll have during the final ceremony, the grand finale, we'll have the awards and certification ceremony. You'll be given the opportunity to present your solution to students, parents, and of course, we'll invite people to come join us that particular day. So the top 3 will present their project on the very last day that will give the award and the certification ceremony. It's very important to know that the recognition is not simply for the most beautiful design, website, technical project. We're just looking for young innovators who actually understand a real sustainability problem. Are you there now? Apply what you've actually learned, build a thoughtful solution, and can actually explain the impact of what you want to create. This is what we're looking at, not about the best. So this is not your school where they are doing first position and the rest of them. We want young innovators that can actually show us that they understand this problem and create something amazing out of it. All right. So certainly there will be a reward, right? We'll have the first place, which is Sustainability Sismo Sustainability Innovation Challenge 2026 winner. We'll have the first runner-up and the second runner-up. They have their awards, but everybody will still receive their certificate. All right, you receive your everybody, right? But these top 3 will have this special recognition, right? Because it's very, very important to us. All right. So remember, the goal is not just for you to win the challenge; it is to be able to think like someone capable of solving problems around there. Remember our goal when we started, we said we are problem solvers. The world has problems, right? But I'm a problem solver. And there's something we normally say. Who can remember that? There's something we usually say after reciting our student pledge. There's something we normally say after reciting the student pledge. Who can remember? Nobody can remember again. There's something we normally say immediately after reciting the student's pledge. I see. Nobody. Interesting. I will leave the world better than I found it. Beautiful. I will leave the world better than I found it. All right. So I now give a highlight of your journey so far. You understand the problem, you investigate, you build it, you innovate it, decide how to put those pieces of ideas you have together, and then let's see the impact that you have. All right. So show us what you've got. It will be very, very good. And we'll look forward to your solution. This is your Sismo Sustainability Innovation Challenge. Don't just show us what you learned, all right? Show us what you can do with it. So guys, bring it on. We want to see it. We're looking forward to what you're going to create. And you can see, I'm excited already. And I know that a lot of things are going to come out from this Sismo Sustainability Innovation Challenge 2026. Can I have your thumbs up and your reactions? Very important. Yeah, so thank you so much. Now it's time for question and answer. Go ahead and ask your questions. If you have questions, please go ahead and ask your questions. All right, so who is asking the first question? Who is going first? When are we submitting? Okay, how do you mean build? Okay, that's the only term I can use. Anything you want to do, just we want to see something. But Mr. Are you there now? What do you mean by build? You can decide to design, maybe do the kind of thing Mr. Hilary did. You can decide to build a website. You can decide to design a program like Mr. Miracle did about sorting waste. You can create that kind of thing. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Let me say. It doesn't have to, no, it's not a physical project now. It doesn't have to be a physical project. It doesn't have to be a physical project, right? It should be based on what you learned from the track. If you want to do physical from what you learned, that's entirely fine as well. If you want to go outside of the box, that's quite interesting. That's why it's a freestyle. Freestyle based on the problem you love. Is that okay, everyone? Can we use Canva or not? Anything you can use. I just want to see how much the STEM experience have affected your thinking. That's why there's research. You can research more from what we've taught you and build something amazing. You can go outside of the box. We're not giving, if you check, we didn't tell you so and so assignment. This is what you should create. We give you that freedom, provided is a sustainability problem and you can apply everything that you did to solve the problem. Then you're going to defend it, tell us, communicate. I gave you the criteria and everything we'll be looking at. Meanwhile, this document will be sent to your dashboard, like Mr. Hilary have said, so you can review it once again. Is that okay, everyone? Are we on the same page now? Are we all on the same page? Yes. Anybody confused? Please, if you're confused, let me know. Use whatever thing you've learned so far. Show us what you've got, all right? The web development track, robotics track, design track, anything you know you could create, but please think out of the box. Now, because of the question someone asked, when are we going to submit? Let me quickly show you our timetable quickly, and then we'll take it off from there. Yeah. Okay, great. So what Mr. Hilary will do during the upload, he's going to just, even the beginning part of the introduction, we're going to cut it out. Just the part I started introducing the project to this point will be separate for those that missed it. And so you can always visit the dash, go through it once again to understand what we said. And if you have questions, always feel free to ask. We'll be right here to explain. All right, confirm you can see my screen now. Confirm you can see my screen now. All right, great job. All right, so if you can see my screen, you can see the key things we'll have. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Or let me just do 150 instead, so it doesn't go so big. Yeah, I think this is fine now, right? So this is the timetable now. Wednesday, which is today, right? This is the final lap of the timetable. So Wednesday, which is today, you're going to have your final session of the AI robotics track. Mr. Miracle is here. So he's going to give you a rundown again. You ask all the questions you have to ask for things you didn't understand through the previous tracks, during the previous section. Just ask your question. We'll be here to answer those questions today. All right. And then we've done the STEM experience project brief already, which is what I'm doing now. Then on Thursday, which is tomorrow, you have the design, media, and communication track. That's your final session. You ask your question. All right, Mr. Hilary will be here to guide you through that section. Just everything he has taught you from beginning till now, including the last thing he taught you. I think the animation was rushed a little bit. So he's going to actually show you more of the animations and then round up everything you guys have learned so far in the design, media, and environmental communication track. Then, yeah, don't worry. I understand. And that's, we'll design something. Don't worry, let me say. Then on Friday, August 28th, you have your technology and web development. I realize that you guys are still working on the Green City, right? Those on that track, you're still working on the Green City, right? So you will do that on Friday and then on Saturday. What that means is that you are not going to do robotics on Saturday. Saturday is going to be for the technology and web development track. So you could finish up the project on the Green City. Then on Monday, 31st, on Monday will be our family time and bonding. Are you excited? So Monday, we all join in, all right? We'll discuss, we talk about what has happened so far. We'll get to know ourselves and relate with other students. Is that okay by you? Do you think it's important on Monday, 31st? Do you think it's something good? Right, it's good, right? So good. So that day your mics will be on, you can turn on your video, right? We discuss very well and have a good time. We can even play games together just to bond as friends, and everyone will be there, including your instructors are going to be here. You can ask them personal questions. Then we'll have fun together on Monday, 31st. Then on Tuesday, September 1, there is no project on, there's no class. So from Tuesday, no class. Wednesday next week, no class. Then on Thursday will be the project defense for the students in Canada and those in US. So if you're joining from Canada and you're joining from US, your project defense is going to be on Thursday by 12 a.m. West African time. That's Nigerian time, 12 a.m. I think, Jane, that will be what time? That will be your, I think you guys are 6 hours behind or 7 hours behind, right? Jane, confirm. Let me say confirm. Sharon, that's I of your confirm. 7 hours behind, right? Beautiful. So that will be around, I think 5 p.m. your time, right? Am I correct? No, 8 hours. Okay, Jane. 12 a.m. my time should be around 4 p.m. your time, right? Are you there? Good. So I believe you should be back from school by then. Jane, you'll be around, right? Yeah, you should be back from school by then. Jane, Richard, let me say 5 p.m. your time, you are back from school, right? Okay. Jane said yes. Let me see, how about you? Good. How about Ayofe? Good. So you defend your own project by 12 a.m. All right, 12 a.m. Nigerian time, that's West African time, which will be around either 6 p.m. your time or 5 p.m. your time, either within that range. Okay, that's for those in Canada and US. Defend your project that very day. Then for those in Nigeria and in UK, you defend your project 5:30 p.m. on Friday. All clear, right? Do we have someone that will not be here on Friday 5:30 p.m.? Is it okay by you guys? School, even if you're going to school on Friday, you'll be back from school by that time. Those in UK, I can't make it clear. Why? Will you be in school? I want to be back from school by 5:30 p.m. But what I will be back? Yeah, next week. Yes, next week, Friday. Next week, Friday, I have tuition. Okay. Claire, which time will work for you? Claire, Amanda, which day will be convenient if you can meet up with are you there? On Friday, I'm busy until 8 p.m. Okay. Okay. Now look at what we'll do. For people that can't defend on Friday, 5:30 p.m., Mr. Hillary and the team, we should meet on Thursday, 5:30 p.m. as well. Does that work now? Clear? So for those in UK and Nigeria, we'll have 2 days for you. Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Is that okay? A thumbs up? Clear? Good. Who again? Every other person that can attend on Thursday, sure. Amanda said sure. Okay. I still have to consider other people that are not here, like Namdi, joining from UK, Ugochukwu joining from UK. Okay, I think for those in UK and Nigeria, your time will be Thursday, 5:30 p.m. and Friday, 5:30 p.m. So ensure you show up for these 2 days. But for those in Canada and US, 12 a.m. Nigerian time, around 6 p.m., 5 p.m. your time. Is that okay? Are we all on the same page now? So we've concluded that those in UK and Nigeria can defend their project on Thursday, 5:30 p.m. and on Friday, 5:30 p.m. You have 2 windows to do that. Those in Canada, US. Then what is Monday for? Is it not for presenting our project? No. If we do Monday, you won't have enough time. We want to give you enough time to work on the project. What do you think, guys? What do you think? What do you think? Today is Wednesday. Do you want to defend on Monday? Yeah, let me hear you. If you want to defend on Monday, that's fine. But I think you might not have enough time to work on things. Okay, okay. Yeah, so Monday will be time for us to bond together. Good. So, and then if you have questions, you ask that particular Monday. Any question you ask, you can ask. So that's what we want to do on Monday. So that's it for that. Then on Saturday, September 5th, is someone there now? You give me, I need those reactions. Saturday, September 5th by 4:30 p.m. West African time, we have the award and certification ceremony. That's the final day of the STEM experience. However, it doesn't end here. There is something else behind the scene. But then just remember that the last day for the STEM experience will be on Saturday, um, um, September 5th by 4:30 p.m. Do well to invite your friends if that works. Is that okay, guys? So I think that works for now. Remember the timing I gave you. Remember 4:30, 5:30 p.m. Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Friday for those in UK and Nigeria for your project. Those in Canada, 12 a.m. Nigerian time. Just keep that in mind. Calculate your own time. I think it should be around 6 p.m., 5 p.m. And that works entirely. So right now, do I have any questions based on the project? Any question based on the final lap timetable? Any question? If you have questions, do let me know. I believe every one of you understand what actually understood what we said. All right. So I wish you the very best as you navigate through. And then towards the end of this particular session, Mr. Miracle will send a link, a Google form to the chat. Please fill it here. Don't say you fill it later. Before the class ends, ensure you fill that form. Are you with me? Give me a thumbs up. Before the class ends, for those of you in the AI and robotics track, before it ends, ensure you fill that form. Good. The same thing will happen tomorrow during the design track. Towards the end of the session, Mr. Hilary will send a form and he will wait here on the call for you to fill it up again. All right. So that's the same thing you're going to do for development track. We want to get your views for each of the tracks. So be sincere. Just say it the way it is. Is that okay? Give me a thumbs up. Say it the way it is. There's no wrong or right answer. Just say it the way it is in your heart. We want to get that review from you. It will help us to make the program better next time. All right. All the best. Mr. Hilary, you can turn off the recording now and then start again for the robotics track. All the best, guys. I will miss each and every one of you. And remember, the world has problems, and you're a problem solver, and I love each and every one of you. It is up to us to make the world a better place. Hello, guys. Bye. I will see you soon. All right, Mr. Hilary, if you are here. Okay, I think, yeah. Okay.